Sure. My name is Whitney Young, the head women's golf coach here at Louisville. This is my 5th year as a head coach. And this is Hana Ryskova, her 5th year as well. And Carmen Griffiths, she's a junior. Last fall, we had a pretty good fall. I'm excited. We have a really experienced team, and we had a couple top individual finishes as well. Unfortunately, Carmen, good for her, but she was playing in the World Amateur Championship in Abu Dhabi during our last fall event in Mississippi. She finished 13th there. We missed her on our end, but she did great over there. And then this one after last year, she was out most of the year, unfortunately, as well for an injury. So really happy to have both of them back and together. Again, really experienced team and looking forward to what we can do this spring. We have a really strong schedule and start in Mexico next week.
Is this one of the more experienced, in your time, maybe the most experienced team you've had?
I would say probably one of the top, yes. I go back to just because Lauren Hartledge, her being a 5th-year senior, some other ones, that's probably the most experienced team, but otherwise having 2 5th-year seniors and 2 seniors and 2 juniors, definitely yes, with most probably high tournament resumes, yeah.
Do you mix up the schedule a little bit because of that? It seems like you're going to a couple different places, Mexico, and that because of having the experience and because of the expectations, maybe?
I think in golf, and I don't know if many people know that, or know this, you're invited. Like, you don't get to play or you don't get invited to all the tournaments you want to. So Guadalajara is a new event for us. Virginia hosts it, but it is an elite event. It's played at Lorena Ocho's home country club, so we are just happy to get into that. We did a trade, I guess you could say, for our home tournament, the Moon Golf, down in Melbourne, Florida. It's one of the top 3 tournaments field-wise in the country as well. So we do mix it up because we want to play against the best around the country, and that's kind of how we mix it up a little bit. But we do play in a lot of the same tournaments each year, too. But again, the better tournaments we can play, we're going to try and play in them.
For Carmen and Hana, both of you, just kind of talk about the experience that this team has, and kind of what are your all's expectations, I guess, for the group first, and then we'll go individually.
I think we started off last week with a really good win against Indiana, 5-0 for us. I think for this semester we're just kind of looking to build on that, and I think with that team we're definitely capable of having a good semester.
I think that the expectations for the team are like the highest I've ever had, just because the experience we have and the players. We get a great transfer. We have 2 5th years, as coach said. Like, we are pretty experienced old team, so I think the expectations are there, and hopefully we will be able to fulfill them.
Whitney, can you talk about do you have 2 newcomers, or is it just one? Is it just
2, 1 transfer and 1 freshman.
Talk about the newcomers and how they kind of will mix in.
Yeah, Beatriz Berrios Fernandez, she transferred from Chattanooga and has been a huge impact for us. I know she missed the first tournament, but I think that was just adjusting, kind of getting the feel of the schedule and everything. But she's come in and really helped us. She really came through when Carmen was gone at Mississippi State, and she's put up some under par rounds for us, which has been awesome. So she's continuing to just build confidence for us, and we'll have her for another year as well. And then Millie Cottrell, our freshman, it took her a few weeks to get into school, so she came a little late, just a couple issues there. So I think this spring will be a better semester for her, just because she had a slow start, had to catch up with school, and again, coming from a different country, and well, anyone, to be frank, just adjusting to the golf and school schedule is difficult. Like, our home golf course practice facility is 25 minutes away, so just, again, time management. But she's been a great asset team-wise as a teammate, and she's got some new clubs, so now she's ready to go for the spring.
Carmen, how do you kind of follow up last year? You had a great season last year, and then kind of I guess there's really no off season for you, but the time between competing in the spring until the fall and that, you've done some individual things. How are you different, and how do you kind of follow it up?
I think part of my development has been, a lot of it's been maturity. I've worked a lot with Katie, our sports psychologist, just with the whole game in general, and kind of how to respond to different scenarios, and I think that's really brought me along. And I think just maturing as well on the golf course, and I think my game has definitely improved a lot over the past few months, especially after Worlds, bringing that confidence back. So yeah, I think, yeah.
Correct me if you were an individual. Were you the only one last year at NCAA? You were the only one. What would it mean to take some friends along this year and take a team with you?
Yeah, I mean, definitely last year it was great to make it as an individual, but of course I would love to see the team there again. But I think if we just kind of continue what we're doing, we can definitely make it to the NCAAs this year.
When you do that, does it motivate? I mean, I'm assuming you were like, okay, guys, I'm here and I like this, but I really want the team to be here. It kind of motivates them a little bit, and you.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like as an individual, it definitely motivated me to want to go back this year. And I think with my experiences and being able to share that with the team, definitely helps motivate all of us.
Hana, I'll keep going. Hana, do you feel 100% from your injury and kind of your expectations for yourself?
I feel 110%. This is hopefully, my first full year in 5 years. So I'm very excited about it. I mean, seeing Carmen there and me not being there, don't be able to be there, it's very motivational. And I think for the whole team, I think we have a group of 8 hard workers, so it's great to motivate each other now when we have great indoor and we can work there every single day. So yeah, I'm 100% 110, and I'm excited for the spring season.
Whitney, what do you expect from these two?
First off, let me add a funny to this one as you asked that. She's getting two of her wisdom teeth pulled out on Friday, so.
I'm 100% ready.
She is. But again, just real quick, going back to just nationals, like, yeah, we had a tough year last year just because, again, losing one of your top players, it hits hard in golf. But it is an expectation for us to make regionals, not a hope or a want. But so shouldn't be any question this year that you'll have some friends. But not to put everything on these two, they've just led our team, I mean, ever since you were basically a freshman and since you were a freshman. Just because they lead by example on the course and off the course. And again, when they speak, people listen. But again, I don't want them to put too much pressure on them because then that could backfire, especially in the golf world. But Carmen, just her mentality over the last couple of years on the golf course has, like you said, matured, and just want to keep her she's up for a lot of potential teams this summer, and want to keep her just one tournament at a day, one shot at a day, and not look ahead. And same for Hana. I want her to be able to enjoy, I don't want to say like make too big of a deal out of it, but that is, she's put a lot of time and effort in being here as a student athlete, and want her to enjoy this last semester and give it her all and give it her best to see what kind of run we can make at nationals.
Any more questions? All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks, Jody.